It's 7 o'clock in the morning. So here we are. This is my usual walking track alongside the City to Glenelg tram line. It's a beautiful, crisp, clear morning. It's not cold. I've just got a t-shirt on, but today it's going to probably get up around about 30 degrees, and which is 90 degrees Fahrenheit roughly in the other temperature gauge. And you should hear a few birds. The birds have been singing since about 5 o'clock. You see a few birds. The sun's coming up and starting to hit the trees. This is a very popular bike track along here, and you've got to be careful though, because sometimes people are like that guy that just went past. They're supposed to ring their bell to let you know they're coming, because being an old guy like me, who knows, you might move sideways and someone will clean you up on their bike. But not too many of them do that, some of them do. So there you go. Beautiful big gum tree over there. Sun's shining on it. Very popular with parrots, get up in those trees. Can't see any up there at the moment, but it is very popular. You just see in a minute, I missed some of this here, but this is the back of the Morphettville racecourse, where they have many big horse races, including the Adelaide Cup. I'll go up here. This is the local sports club and oval. Just down here, the Plimpton Footy Club and Cricket Club. And they also play soccer here and other sports. There used to be a lot of softball played here at one stage. I'll go for a walk down here a bit further and see what we can see. But there you go, you can see all these stables along here. If I lift it up, you might be able to see over the top a bit. There's a noisy miner. You can hear birds in the background. Those warbling birds you can hear is the Australian magpie, one of our lovely songbirds that wake us up every morning. The birds that we feed in our backyard, they come to our, well, front lawn mainly, asking for food, and so we give them some shredded cheese, and they like that. Here we are at the Plimpton Sports and Recreation Club. The Bulldogs, they're called. All welcome. Unrestricted, you can get meals here. Unrestricted club licence, all welcome. Inside there, I don't know whether we can see, no, you can't see too much in there. There used to be a picture in the foyer that I took years ago on this ground. I did some best and fairest winners photos here a few times, or a couple of times, and one of them was Bryce Gibbs, who was a top AFL player, and when he won the under-13s g'day, how are you? When he won the under-13s at this club, I took his photograph. and I did some enlargements for him and for the club, and one of them they put up on the inside of the let's get past this sun here. So one of the photos they put up on the inside of the foyer there, in full view. It's one of my favourite photos. I took a whole series of football photos of these guys, about 4 or 5 different guys. Perhaps if I walk in through here and I walk across the oval, that might be good. So this is a suburban football ground and cricket ground. It's a cricket season here at the moment. You can see the goalpost down the other end there. Swing around there. One of those goalposts or behind post has been dismantled there by the looks of things. They're replacing it. They've got floodlighting here. They do play some junior sports matches here under floodlight, I think, but the senior ones they don't. Those barriers or big high fences over there alongside the oval there, they were put up a few years ago because they play a lot of soccer on this ground, and a lot of the times, and the goals would be down near there, and someone would drive in with a shot at the goals and it would go straight out of the ground. And I was walking past one day and one of them hit the window of one of those houses there, and the owners weren't very happy. So there you go. The lady down here in the distance walking, I don't know whether she's got a baby or not, and with a dog. So this is the cricket pitch that they play on. Cricket pitch is 22 yards long. The white thing down the end there is what they call a sight screen, so that the oh, there's an ibis walking along down there, so that they can the batsman can see the ball clearly and not get lost in the trees behind. They have that at major cricket grounds. If you watch the test match, they've got sight screens up, so we go down this end. This is a special synthetic type of pitch. When you play in proper cricket, so to speak, they have turf pitches made out of grass, a bit like a lawn tennis court, only quite hard. So, but this is where they play a lot of cricket here. There's a magpie just down here in front of me. You might hear him make some noise. I'll see if I can make a noise to get him going. He didn't like that. That's the sort of noise that they make. A very rough impersonation. There's the goalpost down there. You can hear a magpie in the distance there. There's one up on the wires over there I can see. I've now got an electronic scoreboard here. Many years ago, over in that corner they used to have a scoreboard which you used to have to manually change the scores, but over there are cricket nets where the people practice their cricket. They come in and bowl. I'll walk over there. This is probably going longer than I thought I would, but anyway, it might be of interest to you. So this is the cricket practice wickets, or nets as they call them, although that's made out of cyclone wire. But in traditional cricket they have actually netting made out of some sort of fibre to stop the balls from going everywhere. So you'll have someone practicing their batting down the other end there, and someone comes in from about where I am and they bowl the ball. That's 22 yards long down there too, and they practice, and you have different bowlers all coming in, taking in turns to bowl at the batsman or batswoman. Over here, the kids' playground, which is, I've brought my grandkids here on many occasions. Good morning. You might be able to hear the screeching in the distance, and they're flying up over the distance there. Those are white cockatoos. I think they are sulphur crested, or they could be corellas. They make a lot of noise and they come across in large flocks at different times. Sometimes on my walks on a Saturday afternoon I might stop alongside the fence over there and just watch a game of footy or a game of cricket. This shop is all boarded up or bricked up these days, but when we first moved into this area it was a delicatessen where sometimes I would come down and get a milkshake and we'll just go across the other side here so you can see the used to have windows, of course. There you are, Scousy's Delicatessen. Groceries, pies and pasties, it says there underneath the paint there. But they used to have a bit of trouble with vandalism and sometimes the windows would get cracked. The original, one of the original family is still living in the house alongside of it. You can hear a pigeon up there, a crested pigeon, making one of its calls, sort of a booming noise. It's stopped now. That noise of the bird that just went up into a tree up there, I think is what we call the noisy miner, which is a native honeyeater. You hear that sort of booming noise? I don't know whether I can zoom in on that with my fingers here. There he is. It's a crested pigeon sitting up there. He's making some noise every now and then. That's a bit better. Still had it zoomed out or zoomed in. So I'm just walking on the shady side of the street. Some of the houses along here. This is actually a bus route here. So we have buses taking people everywhere by public transport, apart from the tram which we saw before, this is one of the routes that they come along. That house over there, the white one's one of the older houses in the area, but then over the years they've been replacing all the older houses with these modern little duplexes, and had knocked down a house on a block and build 2 units on the one block. So in this whole suburb they've been doing that for the last 10 years and so there's a lot of young people who've moved into the area. When my wife and I first moved into this area, we were the oldest in our street. Sorry, the youngest in our street. Now we're apart from one other lady, we're the oldest in our street now. Well, maybe 2 other ladies that are older than us, but we've been there probably the second longest of anyone that lives in the street now, and we love living in this area. Someone's got some cloth over their tree to protect it from the birds. Peaches. In fact, down here you'll see another tree netting on it, which is protecting fruit too, I would imagine. I think there are tomatoes in there. Someone walking their dog up there in the distance. So I think I'll turn off at this stage. These little birds up on the wires there that you can hear, they're new Holland Honeyeaters. Beautiful little birds. Got lots of photos of them, some of them on my Flickr account and other places. But they're just delightful. See if I can get over a bit closer. So the sun's up quite reasonably high in the sky now, and I can feel the warmth in it, and quite bright. Made my prescription glasses go dark. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.